You can see we got the fire. We do not get tired. We just keep it going, put it all up on the line. We remain inspired, but if you wanna try, we look them in the eye and tell them, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Welcome back on in. It is VCT Pacific Stage 2, and we're back. Had a little bit of a break.
We're back.
Quack's awake.
Oh.
He's been ready. He's been raring to go.
Okay guys,
He
tayo na.
did sleep for like
Nagbabalik
24
tayo.
hours upon arrival.
Kaya panoorin natin yung ano,
He
yung
should be well
itong
awake and
Valorant
ready.
tournament
I am.
din.
Now, just to recap everyone, we're in the second half. Team Secret did win the pistol. They converted on that pistol. And this is the chance to build a
Team
comeback.
Secret,
But
Team
10-4 is a pretty mighty deficit.
Mananalo na kaya dito ang Team Secret, guys?
Absolutely is, especially with the gun
Ito
moving
nga.
forward into the next one. Starting with a Marshall, but his opponents have all life
Let's go, let's
shields. And Foxy9 is indeed on that lurk.
And he's someone that I think you can probably rely upon, given the circumstances, although that break may have cooled him down somewhat. We'll see.
Ay, hindi
Bombs go
kita
up
yung
in
sa
middle.
taas.
Hasn't been seen by that flash for now,
Oh,
so
no,
he's
he-
still pretty pesky as far as Team Secret are considered there.
Yeah, this is a lot of space taken by Foxy9. Now does get spotted.
Kita natin yung score.
Okay, and it might have been intentional as well. As soon as Team Secret see that one player, they think it's just one, they go back towards middle. Nope, lo and behold, the entire Varel team thinking to go back in
Uy.
from A.
Hindi matindi ngayon.
Yeah.
Sama-sama sila
That's
ngayon,
the
oh.
read.
Back in a flash.
Nats wants to clear it. Oh, he could have very nearly jumped into his death right there, but of course refracting back to safety. It's not quite the win that Varel wanted to be though, or rather that Team Secret wanted to be though, because
Planting,
Varel have been
planting.
given the sight. That flash will push Cinder away. This is actually not a bad post plant though for Varel. Gonna try to fight for it. Cinder, if he can
Ooh.
get at least a 1-for-1, he
Nice,
can slow
Nats.
things down. That's not too bad.
Cinder.
Boombot will be dealt with. But time starting to tick away for Team Secret, and now the
Naku.
bodies are starting to hit the
Naubos
floor. Foxy9 does
Naubos pa
not
nga.
miss another double in another round, and Varel on the precipice of pushing this to 11.
Oh yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong
Naku,
with Foxy9 in this situation. My goodness,
Yari.
again. A neat little attempt from Team Secret, especially after the tech pause. Tried to come in with a slight push. Nats being dumped in for info gathering with that light speed play.
One enemy remaining.
But yeah, ultimately just trying to break through of this toxic screen. They didn't have any more utility, so they ultimately just kind of walked into their deaths. It's painful, but it is what it is. And 11-4 will be the score as well. Maybe Team Secret's last chance now at
Ano
setting
mangyayari
up
dito?
in this map.
Toxin screen down.
Varel in a
Team Secret, ano na Team Secret?
Toxins
Bago ano kasi
out
nila
nice
to
and
eh.
clean here,
Bago mga
13
kampi.
to 4 as they get back underway in round number 16. We can have a listen in with Varel.
Ores and ores admitted.
끝나고 얘들아 팀싸움 위주로 하자. 메이스 한 번 더 걸어줘.
확인. 나한테 할게. 이번
A 나 따라 나온 거 조심. 타이밍 나중에 한 명 봐줘.
확인. 썼어.
스모크.
벤츠 하나. 야 벤츠
Mahirap to, mahirap.
싸움 좋을 듯.
여기.
오케이. 미드 앞에 스톱 에다 4번.
야얘 나와 있었어 얘들아.
프라울러 깎게 프라울러.
연막
꺼지고 하자.
15초.
꺼지고. 벤츠
그대로,
줄게.
그대로,
벤츠
그대로.
줄게. 하나. 프라울러 하나 더. 프라울러 하나 더.
나 블라 석가래 맞춰줄게 얘들아.
계단에 두나 할게. 이건 석가래. 나삥.
Naku po!
Well, here comes Varel in the
Body
direction
shot
of
pa.
the B site. Paranoia is going to run through the majority of their team, but it doesn't seem to have slowed them
Ayan,
down.
ayan.
That fast lane, however, causing
Uy,
a few
nice,
more
nice.
issues.
Uy,
and
nice.
So too Sylvan and Zeus.
Ah.
The frags are back
Ay.
on in. Zexy might be on for one of the rounds of all time right here.
I have the
He's
spike.
got that spike. He's got no
30
idea, though,
seconds
where
left.
Nats is coming from. Will he plant safe? Doesn't look like he's going to have too many problems. That Boombot clearing
Spike
out behind
planted.
him. But he's not aware of the garage position.
Naku.
And oh,
Akala ko,
a couple of nervous shots from Nats. but
muntik
gets
na
the job
naman!
done.
Yeah, for sure. You can see He's kind of nervously smiling it off as well, but at least does keep the team afloat for now. They'll be able to afford a bit more with that moving forward. Maybe some half buys coming on to the next one as well, considering that they were kind of broke after spending everything that they had for this one round. But look at the way they actually managed to hold that space, though. All the slight little approaches that Varel had, and you can hear as well that Foxy9 is being rather vocal, although LP would be the designated IGL. It's that little odd sort of triple stack hold outside of Garage, right? They love to leave a slight like Omen insert outside of Garage, and Team Secret have kind of gotten wise to that now. So being able to hold out that round was pretty neat, but they have to do that even more now.
It's going to be another quicker round out here from Varel by the looks of things. That Dark Cover does go forward, and Sylvan, he is fighting for his life, can't survive. Rotation does come through though. KellyS and Styron on the site to try to cause a bit of a ruckus. Sylvan
Remaining.
is doing
Nice
all
one.
the work that needs to be done. It's Styron in
Ayan,
the
Team
end
Secret.
that finishes it off.
I'm over them.
Although there were some little whiff shots, right? Sylvan being able to withstand that initial contact. The smokes coming up in just the right timing as well.
Bit of an ulti farm round that one though for Varel. Look at what they've got online.
4 online, just noticed. Can still put map point on the board. But either
Ganda ng
way,
flash
you
nila.
can start to see how quickly Team Secret can react to whatever pushes get thrown at them.
Habol
It's
pa,
gonna
habol
be tough, though,
pa.
especially with the next few rounds coming up if Varel decides to continue to pick up the pace. A bit more sure-footed on this one. Looking for a launching pad perhaps off that showstopper.
Zeus has got that up now though. That is the weapon that he is known for.
Hingang malalim, hingang malalim.
Tricks he can pull out of his bag. Comes the showstopper. Well, I might have cast a curse at it a little bit there because that's a missed shot from Zeus. Could have been a really nice punish. In the end though, Zeus not really had a whole lot of success with these showstoppers either. This is an interesting mid-round from Varel.
All 4 contact play into B site. Wow,
Pag
look
hindi
at
nila ito
Zeus.
nakita, patay pa.
They do kind of beat most of the Team Secret lineup over there. Did that not
Yun.
quite go deep enough? I don't know, but
Yun.
Sylvan's cleared out anyway. Zeus will fall as well, and now the pit is blocking the retake avenues for Team
Ali.
Secret. This should be a 12th on the board for Varel.
And unless Styron can somehow get one through the pit, maybe has the Seekers, but otherwise feels impossible now.
My ultimate is
It's a
ready.
kill, but you're going to need a
Player
bit
standing.
more than that, and Zuna is making it
Nice!
a sure thing
Team
for
Secret.
Varel. 12-6. 1 round away from Varel converting
Ay,
on
VL
map
pala.
one.
Yeah, a little bit
Yun pala.
unfortunate that didn't quite have the spatial awareness. That the pit, obviously, quite a big obstacle, but Nats standing in front of Styron wanted to get ahead and do it quite a bit more as well. Or was it Styron that stood ahead of it? But either way, it does kind of line up for Suna then to finish it off in this fashion. And that's just always going to be tricky. Having that quick-paced hit, having the mid-rounding to go in with contact play into B. That is this new and improved Varel, especially Foxy9 leading the charge at times.
Uh-oh.
Team Secret.
The wall is actually not a bad one, but it's not going to save LP. Varel, the rest of the squad, though, going to take their liberties into the A side.
All around. Boombot catching on to one as well. That's going to be a free kill then.
It's a very soft death for KellyS. Seeker's out now for Team Secret. Not sure how much value they're really going to get out of that. Most of the Varel players obviously towards the site. This is an awkward fight for Cinder, so
Ooh.
I'd like to see the fact that he drops down there actually. Now inside of a dark cover, his timing looked good, but the shots were not quite on point. Still, Zexy is very solid for the double, and it's on to Styron.
Time.
Team captain, in-game leader, call him what you want. He needs to step up in this moment,
Player
but
standing.
time is indeed, as you say, a real problem for him. And Foxy9 on the other side is not going to let that round
GG.
go by the wayside. It is 13 on the board for Varel. They have 1 map win, and now they are 1 more away from their first series win in VCT Pacific 2026. That includes kickoff. That includes stage 1. This could be the day. Today could be the day.
Why did you have to tack that one on? It is true, of course, but it does really inspire you quite a bit, especially how that first half went. I mean, look at how much they're doing. Everyone's starting to feel more like themselves, especially like what they had in that Ascension run. Just swinging, getting big kills, preventing Team Secret from getting the starts that they would have liked, or even then, some stronger retakes coming through. Foxy9 was a menace to Team Secret.
Indeed. Looks like we've got an interview ready to go, so we'll hand it down to Jen on the stage.
And the W is in the back for Veril. I'm here with Coach TK9 to talk about what happened on that map, and especially with Foxy9. Now, Coach, we see Foxy9, playing out of his mind, but we also noticed him talking a lot more. Is this something that you specifically asked him to do, or something that's just naturally happened? 일단 감독님 승리 축하드리고요. 폭시9 선수가 정말 좋은 모습을 보여주고 있는데 또 하나 좀 눈여겨볼 만한 게 훨씬 더 콜도 많이 하고 대화도, 그리고 뭔가 말을 많이 하는 느낌이거든요. 약간은 저희한테는 익숙하지 않은 모습인 것 같은데 좀 특별히 주문하셨던 걸까요? 아니면 팀 분위기 때문에 그렇게 된 걸까요?
주문을 했다기보다는 폭시9 선수가 들어와서 좀 팀 내에서 문화를 좀 형성을 해줬고요. 대화하는
네.
어떤 습관들을 좀 많이 해줘서 도움이 많이 됐던 것 같습니다.
훨씬 분위기가 좋더라고요. 네, 감사합니다. No, I didn't really specifically ask him to communicate more, but I think with him coming in, he kind of created this culture where we get to talk a lot and keep the energies up and the vibes up. So I think that's what really helped him and us perform well. Thank you very much, TK9, and hopefully you guys keep it up.
Great question there to TK9 from Jen. And you can see that happening on the stage with Foxy9. I'm absolutely not surprised at all that he's the one lending them this energy, that it's okay to, let loose, have fun on the stage. And this is what we needed to see from Veril. This is what we wanted to see from them since Ascension, is them loosen up and play to their style a little bit more. But Foxy9, we know we had to give him his flowers too. He fragged out of his mind.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable in this first map. And to be honest, the whole of Veril, it felt like they could do no wrong at times. Multi-kill after multi-kill. Now, I think part of that is on Team Secret. I don't think the spacing and the trading was as tight as we would like, but Veril really took every opportunity and capitalized on it to the max here.
Yeah, this is why I thought Foxy9 was going to be a good addition, to be honest. Just knowing him as a person and observing some of the Veril players as well, I felt like he was instantly going to fit into this team, to be honest. And I think that they needed more people who have experience, but not in the way of like, you're killing my Zuma vibes, I think Foxy9 does fit in with the rest of the boys, and I think it's going to be really interesting to watch Veril play their way through the rest of this split.
Yeah, that's actually really funny because on all the other teams, like especially DRX and Gen G, previously he was the young kid on that squad who had that
too much, bro. Like,
back
down a bit.
Exactly, he had that Zoomer energy, so he's a perfect fit for this. He's like the older Zoomer on that team. But for Secret, both of these teams have new players coming onto the roster. For Secret, their two new players are rookies to this stage, so I can see how some things aren't really coming through. We were really excited about the changes on Secret, but I can imagine this being your very first match in the middle of the season against some of the best in the world must do a number on you.
I mean, I feel like you could feel their nerves inside the server, the shots not landing, just small mistakes that are eating away at you as a team. But that leads to a very, very dominant map here from Veril. You can see it dominated in those first kills and that first half. They just put up a run that was far too big for Team Secret to be able to catch back up. Zeus had a couple of moments there. You know, there was little bright sparks there from Team Secret, but it's not consistent.
Yeah, he had a big pistol clutch. He had a pretty rough start to the map. I think Nats, not the best game, a bit of a game to forget, really. And Kelly S and Sylvan, who were usually very consistent for Team Secret, actually going missing here. The stable core that I thought was being added to here for Team Secret is unfortunately not looking as rock steady as normal. On the other side of things, I mean, Foxy9 just took the game and ran with it, quite honestly. But I felt like the defensive approach for Veril was working very well for them a lot of the time. They were just, it was pretty simple stuff, honestly. Sage War one side. pacey. They didn't slow things down enough to actually break the Sage walls and work the map, which you wouldn't really expect them to when they're playing Neon Melee anyway. But when the double duelist entry is not really hitting, unfortunately, you're not really going to be coming.
But I mean,
I
look,
love the accent.
I just feel like you got to go one way or the other with this, right? I mean, look, I couldn't believe it when he got those kills, but he didn't slow
natin yung
down
game
after that. It
2.
literally feels like
Game 2 kung ano
every
mapa
time
sila.
they came towards him, he was killing 3. He just could not die. He had invincibility mode on for most of this game too.
Wow, guys, this is a very talented player. I've seen him have absolutely unreal games playing for RRQ Academy. He's been playing for quite a while, even though he's quite a young player on multiple different iterations, whether those be Indonesian teams or mixed Southeast Asian teams. At the end of the day, though, he's had less than 15 games on Duelist in his career. He is not a Duelist player. He is often a very good Senti player that can play a little bit aggressive at times. You throw a rookie on a tack side split with a double dive comp on the Waylay, I gotta be honest, that's one of the roughest roles to throw a rookie on in terms of a debut game in Tier 1 on the Pacific stage. And as a result, unfortunately, he's had a pretty strugglesome performance there on his Waylay debut, and I'm worried that might knock his confidence, because I know that his ceiling and his potential is there. I've seen this guy do unreal things. He was definitely a prospect. Best thing he ever did in Tier 1 so far, though, was make Xfero play good when they kind of put him as the 6th man in RRQ.
That is true. I mean, we saw a little bit of the cool Waylay tricks come in maybe near the end, but it was a lot too little too late. Haven being the second map, I'm really hoping we get this Summit, and I know you, Morgan, had predicted for Secret to win for today, so how are you looking
Here's the thing, I'm actually interested with this Haven pick, but before, just to butt in for a sec, they banned Haven, the old Secret, every single game last stage, and now they've picked it, so clearly Spin's had a little bit of a look at that. Does he like to be tricky with the veto sometimes like that and flip the map, or is this just maybe a different team and they just have a different set of maps? What do you think?
I mean, I think he'll be playing to his team's strengths here, so I feel like they wouldn't be picking Haven unless he had been successful them in the practice. That's the copium here, is that Split was of course Barrel's pick, and now this is a map where we would expect Team Secret to be much stronger. I want to see them more well drilled. I need to see tighter spacing and trading. I need to see a little bit more composure on that stage for them to be able to hang toe to toe with Barrel on this next map.
But something is missing here. He doesn't have an assistant coach, and I know.
Get me down there.
There is a guy here.
Secret, sign me. I'm in. Let's go.
I mean, were you the vibes guy back on Global Esports?
I try to be.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be really helpful for the team right now, and I'm kind of curious what Spin has to say for himself. Jen got to have a chat with Coach Spin, who is formerly from Global Esports and Motive Esports. Let's see what he had to say.
Coach Spin of Team Secret. Spin, welcome back to Pacific. It's nice to have you back here. So when you signed the dotted line and the roster was locked in, I think the big question on your mind was, where do I start? So what was on top of your to-do list?
We didn't have a lot of time, so we wanted to try and get our map pool developed as fast as possible. Styron, our GL, had a big vision for how he wanted to play the maps, so we were looking for players that could fit that vision. We found our players quite quickly, which is fortunate, but obviously still not very much time to build the map pool. So.
All right. Well, hopefully we get to see more of what you guys worked on in the past, 3 weeks or so in the next map. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Another great question, of course. You know, it's hard not to point it out how little time Secret had to work with this. Even the roster wasn't really, locked in until the nth hour. But from what I'm hearing here is that he worked with Styron to come up with what they have so far.
Yeah, I like it when an IGL has a very clear view and a very clear vision of how they want to play the game. Moving towards Haven, it's double duelists on both sides, but there is a difference. Just sticking with that Neon, so it's Neon Phoenix against Jet Phoenix.
Yeah, Nats on the Cypher is going to be a much more comfortable role for him. Kelly S on the Phoenix, I mean, we've seen him make plays. He's been slotted into the chamber role. He's played Sky as a flash unit, so maybe this is something he'll be able to thrive on. On the side of Varel, though, a very stock standard comp. You've got LP actually picking up the Phoenix. It's been a big question for me. Who on Varel plays something like a Phoenix? Because you'd have Klaus Zexy in the past, often playing, things like Jet on Zexy or Raze Neon. But now they're actually playing the meta and they're putting LP on a bit of a playmaking role.
I gotta say real fast, I wish Foxy9 was on the Killjoy. I remember him on the Killjoy map so much.
That was killer. All right, we're gonna send it back to our casters. How you feeling about this one?
Go!
I'm feeling pretty good after that first map. My prediction, on the other hand, is not feeling so great. I'm thinking Team Secret, they got to do some work here. They got to really pick the pace up for map number 2. I still think they've got it in them. I think they've got a good core here as 5, but maybe they need a bit more time. Let's see. Varel looked fantastic on map 1. Can they maintain that momentum in map 2?
I feel like anything's possible. This, of course, would be Team Secret's map pick, but watching how Varel has been operating thus far, back to that Ascension form, back to that Ascension confidence is what really does it for me. So I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good as well. Obviously a little bit nervous for Team Secret though. They are starting out on the attack. Pilly was talking about, you know, Nats feeling a bit more comfortable, excuse me, on this Cypher. But I also feel like, you know, given their opponents in the upcoming weeks, if this is what they want to do, double duelist, you might as well start it off somewhere, you know? So right now, just to push up front and towards A lobby. Ooh, Team Secret toying with fire.
Surely you don't want to be going toe-to-toe with Foxy9 on a line like that. Spoken into existence. Zeus out of the picture, and now Kelly has... Stop fighting Foxy9! Stop!
Alright, they're going to fight Nats instead. A bit of
eh.
contact. We'll flush it off. They kind of know where Team Secret were, so finding an open B site, they get the spike down. Not an easy retake for Team Secret. They have almost no util.
And they're also down a player. So life is going to be quite difficult indeed. Smoked out of that B site as well. And you've got this fast flank coming through from Foxy9, although he has now been spotted out. But that is even in itself still annoying for Team Secret, because they still have to wonder, is he going to keep going with that push? Someone has to be a bit wary of what's happening behind. It seems like they're going to, in the end, decide to ignore it, but standing and delivering in middle is Cinder.
Agoy! Naubos
Find
pa!
the pistol. So, back where we left off.
Yes, sir. Let's watch Foxy9 again. He didn't even death in this one. The reaction, it's just that much quicker. He was already anticipating it. And definitely shows a bit more experience, you know, as opposed to the, I guess, more rookie team, more rookie players on the Team Secret team. So it is what it is. It's definitely not a great feeling though. Their next opponent's Team Secret next week. It's going to be KRX, T1 after that, Paper Rex on the next. Oh my god, this is just painful. They're going to have to try either way. Out with the swing onto the Aldor, but look at how it's being farmed off Varel.
Well, I was going to say it's a nice stack for Team Secret, but then they decided to swing the angle.
It's like, I can see that maybe
Lakas
working
din tumutok ng mga
in,
VN, you know?
Challengers, but, well, to be fair, Varel also came from Challengers. But depends on the team, right? And you just haven't really seen that much from Varel to be able to all swing after a bit of contact like that.
Well, this is where Team Secret really have to show us what they've got. Haven, their map pick, starting on the defense, down 0-2. You need to start making some inroads, and you need to do it pretty soon. Otherwise, Varel are going to start to run away with things again.
Surely not. You don't lose and give your opponents the bonus. Zeus.
Foxy9's been spotted out once again. LP, awkward
Nice
fight for
one,
him.
Kenny.
Kelly S just sort of out in no man's land, floating around in middle. We'll get the opening pick for Team Secret this time around.
Issue now then would be Starren left on an island. Team is quick though.
Rotates come through. Foxy9's heard that though, so should be aware even that the push has come on in, but still, Styron and Zeus filtering through with a little bit too much firepower. It's good trading from Zeus. Something that we saw the analyst desk sort of highlighting, that spacing and
Pag
trading.
ito, naubos pa tong mga to.
Improved upon, and not a bad shout from them in this round. We'll see what Zuna can put together. He was pretty sharp on map 1, so I wouldn't count him out here. But look at the angle. It is a tough angle to clear though, yeah.
Nice one.
And so Zeus at 3K.
Zeus.
Team Secret's back.
Yes, Zeus.
Could very well be indeed. Early information, everyone rotates off. Yeah, this spacing, it's getting tighter, so we do kind of admire that. As we move on into more rounds to come, of course, Varel should be able to continue to buy up as well, so just continue to mind it too. I mean, the trips and everything, just a bit of garage presence to start things off. instantly sends Varel on a journey off to the other side of the map, and there's that slight read as well because everyone rotates that quick. If there was no rotation, I'd be worried, but Team Secret so far so good. Start off with some shock darts. Okay.
There's some dangerous sprays. Varel looking a little bit worse for wear at the moment. Time to hear from them as they try to put this round together.
확인. 걸리고 나 미드 드론하러 감. 빰 들고 가줄래?
얘들아 A롱 아래 치고 있는 거 조심.
확인. 찜 맞게. 윈도우 아래 클.
야봐. 에이션 먹어놨다 얘들아. A롱 걸리자.
야 B 앞에까지 없어. B 스모크.
A링크 하나. 피니스 하나 B 쪽으로 간 사운드.
나 공소 갈게 이거. 롱에서. 나 돌 봐야 돼. 나 왼쪽 봐주는 중. 왼쪽 봐주는 중. 나 체크해봐.
이거 블라 여기로 까줘 이렇게 형.
오케이. 나 공소 갈게. 삐까고. 나 연막 치고 가자. 나 리콘 감 리콘.
Alright, Varel set up for success over towards A. See how much success they can actually have. The entry so far looking good. Foxy9 and LP on the board, and they're getting that space as well. Hang on.
Ganda.
Secret can put together here, but with just Zeus and Nats.
Maganda rin sa mapang to yung Phoenix eh.
Yeah, really not much. Especially with the cage up just in time too. The crossfire's all set up.
Might be a
Low
save.
HP's actually sure, but yeah, at this point. And it all started with, again, just slight bits of contact. They get information, despite Zeus pushing down C-Long, which would have been information for Team Secret. The hit, and with how overwhelming it was for the Team Secret players on site, was kind of unfortunate. You know, a little smoke, a drone actually out towards B, drew out one of those smokes from Sylvan.
Yeah, it's nice to see a pretty good set play from Varel early on in the map as well. Kind of indicates to you that, you know, they know, at least to an extent, what they're doing on Haven. Have a bit of something in the strat book.
To that note, yeah, it was also kind of mentioned right in that interview.